precision, relatability,
I want to apologize.
superhuman ability,
Help me!
and finally, Cyberpunk 2077. So game AI can make or break most games.
Very few things as good as false.
When I mean AI, right, I don't necessarily mean some sentient waifu that some broke weeb wants in a VR game.
Why? Why do you...
God. AI in video games for the most part does not need to be complex, nor extremely intelligent, nor big brain like me. It needs to serve to make the user experience better and more immersive. And a lot of the time, AI just need to do simple tasks, right? It doesn't need to be complex most of the time. For example, like you can memorize all the moves of a boss, of a game boss, because he's really stupid. Memorize the correct timing so that you would get like a specific phrase from an NPC or something to lock like a special event, because it made me feel empowered for once in life. But there's always a but. There are many other instances where it would be really nice to actually have some sort of complex self-learning AI. Like there are only so many possibilities you can think of or like program out, and some of these developers, man, kind of concerned for them actually. They're not the brightest of the bunch, unless you're Yandere Dev, right? Unless you're him, you can't pull it off, obviously. Like, have you seen the marvelosity? Is that even a word? I don't care. Of what he has going for him. A self-learning AI algorithm would be so useful and refreshing to have. The biggest problem with current AIs in video games, especially when the game is like an MMO or like an open world or a sports game, after some time, they become so predictable. Like, oh my god. They make the world lifeless, right? There's nothing. It's just you alone with these dumb programmed in monkeys. And like Rockstar, right? I mean, they have probably one of the best NPCs in video games. Man's actually on crack. What the hell did you just say? Same with Skyrim, and they're probably worse. They're probably 100 times worse. I mean, I do have to cut some slack, right, for them, because they do kind of represent the behavior of some real life people.
Your window's open.
They can't hear me because they're listening to Kids Bop.
Those fucking number again to come out my now.
Who could possibly do that? Who's the beer thief? You. You're the beer thief.
Perfect surgeon! I win!
Video games are actually getting better, technologically wise, but the techniques developers have been using to develop these AI systems have stayed the same for decades, man. And only recently have they trying to use new stuff. And ever since I was a little kid, right, all I wanted was to be fully immersed in this game world with intelligent beings that can learn and evolve. Evolving in a sense that you can disappear from that world for 5 years, come back. The world changes just like our simulation does. And there is a case that we don't need to develop complex algorithms to create intelligent life. We can use simple rules like John Conway's Game of Life, which is enough to create some sort of intelligent life. But who knows, man? Like, I don't care how it will happen, to be honest. Like, I honestly do not care. When you know that these AIs are nothing but stupid programming of developers, it destroys the experience for me. If intelligent AI were to be present in games, I can imagine a bunch of nerds like me, like even more than now, just live their whole life in there. That's kind of scary to think about. Heck, VR technology is advancing at a rate where it can simulate virtual worlds really well. And we have photorealistic graphics that literally look like real life 2.0. coming from Unreal Engine 5. The game world stuff is already solved. The only thing we need to solve is the artificial life. Without that, it's like you have half. You have the game world, and you need the artificial life. Combine them together, a nice simulation. And what if we build these intelligent beings, right? What type of ethical concerns would it raise? Like, dude, we're basically God at that point, alright? Like, do you realize how insane that is? I think that this proves the simulation hypothesis, to be honest. Like, if it was possible to simulate intelligent AI in video game, I will put my money into saying that simulation hypothesis is real. And what if the AI becomes more intelligent than us? Ooh! Will they start taking over our own simulation? Us humans, though, like, haven't even had a single clue on how to break out of our simulation. And it might be absurd to think about all this type of stuff. Like, I think I just brought it to this point where we're like 500 years into the future. It is a possibility nonetheless. Yeah, going away from the stupid sci-fi stuff, game AI needs innovation, boys. It needs to change and get better, right? I'm getting tired of getting my immersion ruined in these high-budget AAA video games, hundreds of millions of dollars, which spend all their money on rain reflections. I mean, yeah, feel bad for me. First world issues are the most potent of issues that we need solving right now. So feel bad for me, guys. Rockstar Games seems to be one of the few companies that actually tries, as they filed many patents on their AI tech for their NPCs that might come to future games. GTA 6 ? GTA 6 confirmed. And don't even get me started with Cyberpunk 2077. It's the most dead game I've ever seen. Like, actually, like, it's a dead game, but like the game world itself, it's dead. Everything just feels fake. All the NPCs are not real. You can tell that they didn't even try putting in effort. A game that came out 7 years back has better NPCs than your game. All these companies have to do is steal research that researchers have been putting out, that they and many companies spend billions of dollars upon. You just have to leech off of them, and voila, you have better game AI. And obviously it's not that simple. And I think this one part of the gaming experience, gaming into something that's truly immersive, and will finally make my dream of going on adventures with an AI companion come true. So yeah, moral of the story, I'm a greedy stupid goon who wants to go on virtual adventures with a virtual AI friend. On that note, it's Shree, signing out.